Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Late Night Vision Show, episode 397. Good to be back. So it is another Thursday, another episode. We're creeping, maybe not creeping, feels more like rolling right into episode 400. And the guy that's been with me since episode number one, my sidekick. Yeah, I'm going to call you my sidekick.
There you
Instead of
go.
the opposite of way around. There you go.
So I'm
The owner of
Robin.
Outdoor.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
short. You can be
Rob.
Batman.
Okay. The owner of Outdoor Legacy, Jason Robertson. Welcome back, man. We've got another best of show rolling right into it.
We do, guys. Today we're going to talk about the best thermal handheld monoculars of 2025 over $2,000. Last week, episode 396. Look at my notes. Yep, 396 last week was the best under $2,000. Was a really nice collection of monoculars. This week, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the list. So it's a lot. There's going to be a lot to go through, but we're going to jump right into that. First thing I want to tell you, if you're new here, I want you to know this. If you've been here before, if you've been watching us, maybe for years, maybe just last week, you already know what I'm fixing to say, but Hans and I, we do this late night vision show. It is an extension of Outdoor Legacy. Outdoor Legacy is the company that I own and we work at, as well as our other salesman, Garrett, and ladies in the office and warehouse staff, everybody. And our goal is to help you find the exact right thermal optic for your needs, or night vision as well, night vision or thermal optics. And so we would love to have your business. If you would, if you like what you see here, you want to do business with us, feel free to give us a call, 877-350-1818. We'll be glad to help you figure out exactly what thermal optic works best for you. And if you order from us before noon Texas time, Monday through Friday, we get that optic sent out the same business day via free UPS insured shipping to your door. If you order afternoon, we get it shipped out the next business day. If you purchase from us, we offer customer service on that optic for as long as you own it. You can call us and ask questions about it. Email us if there's something you need to know about it. Maybe you forgot how to do something. We're glad to help you figure out whatever it is with that optic. So guys, outdoorlegacy.com, 877-350-1818. We would love to have your business.
Yeah. And Jason and I are not the best deer hunters on the team. That title would definitely have to go to Garrett.
It would.
That boy shoots so many big deer that it's not even funny. And today he calls and be like, hey, can y'all cover the phone for a little bit? I just shot a big buck that I got to drag out of the woods. So he can sell scopes and shoot big deer at the same time. He is the true definition of a mountain man. There's no doubt about it.
He's a mountain man, and you and I are in here just looking at game camera pictures of bucks, going, man, I wish I could kill him. You know,
I know. I'm like, oh, but I got to go sit outside and it's cold. And he's like,
That's right.
yeah, I'm pulling deer out of the woods. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna roll right into it. We already did the best under 2,000. This is gonna be the best over 2,000. So I'm gonna start it by saying these are our favorite. These are not. This is not 100% of all thermal monoculars on the market under 2,000. These are our favorite. These are the ones that we've tested, that we recommend. These are from the companies that we work with, what we call the premium brands. They are, the biggest, have the best quality, best customer service, the best track record. You'll see more of these monoculars running around out in the field than any others. And they all have a physical presence here in the United States. So when you're dealing with a company, you're dealing with these companies here. And most of them have facilities, if not all of them, Jason, have facilities here in the Texas area, which kind of seems to be the mecca for all this. But anyway, we're going to jump right into it. And I'm just going to read the list. There's so many, y'all. Last week we had like 5 or 6 under 2,000. I think we've got over 10 on this. So we're just going to read them. Jason and I are going to pick our favorite. That's really all y'all care about anyway. I mean, let's get down to it. Is just tell us what we got. The first one leading off the list is going to be, and I'm going to hold up my list as I read this at the same time. And I don't have my glasses on, so we're going to really wing this.
Do you need me to read this?
No, you printed them out pretty big, so that helps me. The Knockpix Lumi H35. And when I say magnifications, It's just going to be the base magnification. They all have digital, but we're just talking about base magnification because really that's the main point of all this. But anyway, also, I'm going to read current prices. So you may look on the website 6 months from now, a year from now, who knows, and it might be a different price. So these things could go up in price. They could go down in price. This is a snapshot of what the pricing is as of when this is recorded at the beginning of December 2025. So keep that in mind as well. You may click on it and be like, oh man, it's on sale. I got lucky. If that's the case, congratulations. You got lucky. But here we go. Knockpix Lumi H35. It starts at 2 power base magnification, 640 resolution. And I think for the sake of this, Jason, all of these are 640 resolution. So probably don't
until you get to the bottom.
Until you get to the bottom.
So we're going to say they're all 640. He'll note if they're not.
Yeah, exactly. So Knockpix Lumi H35 starts out on 2 power base magnification. The price on it's $2,199. You got the Rix Titan T6 LRF, starts at 2.2 power. Price on that is $2,399. The AGM Reach IR 35-640, that's a laser rangefinder, starts at 2 power. Price on it is $2,495. The Knockpix Vista H35R LRF, 3 power base magnification. The price on that is $2,699. The Pulsar Oryx XG35 LRF, 2.5 power base. Price on that is $2,799. I want to highlight something, our next optic real quick. It's the Rixstride ST6. That is a 1 power base magnification. This is a very, very good helmet mounted monocular. That's where it excels at. You can definitely use it as a handheld. It's going to perform in that regard best in the woods or in very small fields, wooded areas. And on a helmet, not necessarily great as far as scanning large fields, but this is going to be best for a helmet or very, very close range because it is a 1X. But again, Rixstride ST6, 1 power. The price on that is $2,999. The AGM Reach IR 50-640 LRF, that is a 3 power base magnification, $3,395. The Pulsar Telos XP50, 2.5 power, $3,499. The Pulsar Telos XP50 LRF, 2.5 power, $3,999. The Pulsar Telos XL50, 2.5 power. Now this is one of the ones that's different. It's a 1024, so one of only 2 optics on here that aren't a 640. This is a 1024 resolution, and it is $4,999. The Infrared Outdoor RH25 V2, again, like the Rixstride ST6, this is a helmet-mounted monocular that does a lot of different things. You can helmet mount it, you can scan within your hand, you can even put it on a rifle. It's got a reticle you can turn on and off and shoot with. But it performs best as a helmet-mounted monocular for navigating, walking around, scanning in small fields. But again, helmet mounted is what it's going to excel best in. That price on the Infrared RH25 is $4,999, so $4,999. And then closing out the list in record time, Jason, Pulsar Pulsar Telos XL50 LRF, 2.5 power, 1024 resolution for $5,499. It's a long list, but when you read quick, it goes quick.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was fantastic. So listen, there's going to be some guys that go.
I feel like there's a mass applause from the audience right now. So.
There is. And then there's some that are going to be like, because we did this on another show and we had some nice comments like, I wanted y'all to talk about them. Y'all didn't tell me about them. So I get that. This is too many to go over. I was going to make a couple quick observations across this list. Number one, if we take out the Stride and the RH25, call those helmet mounted, we have 10 optics. 7 of the 10 have LRFs. So that just shows you how common, we're talking about 70% of these have a laser rangefinder on them. So I think that's pretty impressive. Just shows you where laser rangefinders are now is just literally becoming almost a given that they're going to be in so many optics. Another few things that I would point out. One thing, and I want to make this comment real quick about the Rick Stride ST6. I agree with everything he said about it's really going to be generally for helmet mounting. I will tell you, I use one of these on a lanyard when I deer hunt, and I cannot go deer hunting without it, just for spotting, looking around, again, in the woods, seeing if something's coming,
I would
shooting a
say,
deer, finding
yeah,
it, recovering it.
you you sent me that Rick Stride for some reason. I forgot why I needed to test it up against something else. That is, I'll say this, that is the only optic that you've ever, since I've started working with you almost 10 years ago, that you've ever been like, okay, I need to get that back. Hey, I need to get that back.
I did.
I mean,
I told him,
and you've never
gotta
been
have
like
it.
that with an optic. You're like, keep it as long as you want. I don't care. That one, like, you were persistent on getting that thing back. It was kind of funny.
It is fantastic. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys. We're not going to choose this as one of the best stuff because I really don't think that for the average person it is the best stuff. But I do think there are a lot of situations for deer hunters, squirrel coon hunters, whatever. There's a lot of situations where it's fabulous. So I really, really like that unit a lot. I just wanted to mention that I do use it as a handheld, and it's probably my favorite handheld for a certain type of hunting.
Yeah.
But again, I want to just point out a couple quick things here. Hans was reading these Teloses. You've got the XP50 and the XP50 LRF. You've got the XL50 and the XL50 LRF. Those are the exact same optics. The only difference is they have added the laser rangefinder to each of those models with the LRF. That's it. So if you're looking at those and you go, well, I don't know, is the LRF better? If you need the LRF, you get it. You want to save some money, you don't have to get it on there. The Reach IRs, there's a 35 and a 50, exact same unit, just the difference in a 2-power and a 3-power. Again, small, compact, 18650 batteries. Rick's Titan, that's going to be your least expensive 640 thermal handheld with a laser rangefinder at $23.99. It's popular because of the price. The Vista H35R, it's a 3-power for $26.99. It's a really nice optic, really good image quality. I think for guys that are doing a little more longer range stuff, they like the 3-power. If this was a 2-power, it would probably be one of the best-selling units in this list because of the price, the image, the laser rangefinder. But the 3-power cuts out, for a lot of people. It's just a little more magnification than the average person wants for scanning. So with that, I would say, and there's also the Pulsar Oryx here. That's a more small, compact unit as well. But I think that it's worth noting that if you look here, there's a lot of 2 and 2.5 power, and there's a couple 3 powers thrown in here. The average person is going to want a 2, maybe a 2.5 power scanning. And I know I can hear a collective, guys right now going, no, I want my 3 power. I even want a 4 power. And there are some situations where, again, how big of a field you're hunting on, you might want something like that. But for the average guy, I would say coyote hunter and hog hunter, just across the board, a 2 or a 2.5 gives you that nice, wide field of view. You're not, if something does run up or come out of the woods or come out of the brush over there at 20, 30, 40 yards, you don't have too much magnification. You can see them. And with your scanner, you're generally just trying to get that quick detection, and you're going to go to your scope pretty darn quickly. Even if it's way out there and you're like, well, I don't have the long ID range if it's not a 3 or a 4 power. Well, you're going to go to your scope for that anyway. Yeah. So anyway, that's just some general thoughts. Hans, let's roll in. Yeah. I'm going to pick the first one. This is in no certain order. We have 2 that we decided on pretty quickly. And I'm going to say this, and the guys who watch us and have and ladies too, who've watched us for a long time and they know us, they know that we try to be honest and trustworthy And we don't try to point people to just the most expensive things. All right. If you've called and talked to us on the phone, I think you know that that's true. We want you to find what's best for your budget. We don't want you to spend more than you want to. And Hans, Garrett, myself, all three of us, we like the nice stuff, but we also like good value for the dollar. And I think that's a big thing at Outdoor Legacy that I would like to say that I've tried to instill in all my people, but I didn't have to because they already had it. And it's value for the dollar. And I think that the optic on this list that offers some of the greatest value for the dollar. And if you call and talk to Hans, Garrett, or myself, we get pretty pumped up talking about the least expensive monocular on this list, and that's going to be the Knockpix Lumi H35 for $21.99. This unit, when I'm talking to somebody about a 384 resolution optic, we did that show last week, we can be in that 15 to 18, even 1995 can be right there at $2,000. And they say, well, if I spend a little bit more, do I get something? And I go, $200, $300 gets you the 640 Lumi. And guys, this thing is small. Yeah. It is compact. It takes an 18650 battery. It's a 2-power, wide field of view. Fantastic image quality for this size. It is, in my opinion, the best image quality that we've ever seen in a handheld this small. Hang on, I guess I should be clear. I mean, I don't know. We've also do have the Stride and the RH25, but in a dedicated handheld this small, really good 640 image that rivals a lot of these optics that are up here $1,000 or more above it. So that is definitely one of our first picks. And just by the way, if you're interested and you want to see more about that, episode 366 here of the Late Night Vision Show, we reviewed that unit. So if you just go to YouTube and you type in Late Night Vision Show 366 or Lumi, you'll find the review of this. So anyway, that was clearly Hans and I both agreed that this was one that had to get an award on this show.
Well, you set me up for failure because I said the wrong magnification right off the bat. It's a 2.5 power on the list. I read it as a 2 power. So Jason's trying to
hold on. Maybe I screwed up. Is the Lumi a 2 or a 2.5?
It's a 2.5. Yeah, I've got it right here in my hand.
So I wrote the list wrong. So it's my fault. I'm sorry.
I just feel like you're setting me up to get just nailed in the comments, I'm sure. But no, it's a 2.5 power base magnification. I've got one right here. This is what I use personally. And it's just really quick and easy. This is sweatshirt weather. So we got these really nice Outdoor Legacy hooded sweatshirts. It's real easy to slip in your front pouch really quick or in your back pocket. So when I'm coyote hunting or hog hunting and you get a coyote running in or a hog or whatever, the thing that you got to figure out is how to easily transition from your monocular to your rifle that's on a tripod. And that involves, okay, where do I stick my monocular? A lot of people will wear them on lanyards around their neck. I can't really do that. I don't like it banging around. And a lot of times I'm wearing a coyote collar on my neck. They may wear it on their neck or just, hold it in their hand. I would say this is fantastic. Very small. Look how small and compact this is. Very good picture quality. It's a good base magnification at 2.5 power. And you're right, Jason, this isn't the most expensive. It's the least expensive on our list, but we have sold so many of these that it's been hard to even keep them in stock sometimes. But they are not because it's the least expensive by any means, because we are recommending this above some more expensive ones if it does fit their need. And we're asking if you want a laser rangefinder or not. And a lot of people, if you don't want a laser rangefinder, this is a good option along with the list of other ones that we have here. But the Knoxpix Lumi H35 is definitely one of our favorites here on our team, and just from the ones that we use. I know that you keep one by your door that you run outside with real quick.
I do.
That's the beauty of it, just the size
Yeah,
and the
I
fact that
send my daughter deer hunting with one. I mean,
yeah
she loves it. It's so again, throw it in her bag when she
yeah
goes deer hunting, sets it in her lap, or like you said, put it in her coat pocket or hoodie pocket there.
yeah.
It's a good unit.
You bring up a good point too with the deer hunting, and if you are a hiker, a camper, having something this small and compact that you can take on the trail with you, and not have to lug around a big monocular, but just something that is very concealable and you can stow it away very quick. But very important, if you ever go camping, if you ever hike, I can't imagine Jason doing that without a monocular these days. Just
I know.
not just because of bears and stuff, but weirdos on trails now that you hear about, like
Weird.
yeah,
Meth heads.
but that's the beauty of thermal, is you being able to see what's out there before
That's right.
they see you. And so I think a monocular is not, is comes down to safety, a safety item really more than anything. And
Yeah.
either you and I travel with thermal whenever we can, and this Lumi really is a big part of being able to do that conveniently. It's like having a pistol that you wear because it's comfortable to wear on you, and so when you have a pistol that you can conceal and wear comfortably, you're more likely to carry it more often. That's the same, I think, with the Lumi and this size of a monocular. But we've gone on and on. It's a great
Yeah.
one. I use it personally, and and for the reasons I said.
I want to say a couple quick things here before we get to our second winner, which again, this is no certain order on these. Hans normally says this and explains this in the show, or one of us does, and I want to do it here because we've really gushed over this, and I think we're fixing to gush over this other one. I don't want you to think that if you own one of these other units, or maybe we recommended one of these others on here, that there's some reason you should feel like a second class citizen, like, oh my gosh, I don't have that when they didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
Every situation is unique, and depending on what you tell us and where you're leaning, and whether you need a laser rangefinder or whether you don't, or magnification, or maybe size and weight is important to you, or it's not. You're worried about the very best image quality and you don't care how big it is. Or maybe you're pretty brand specific. You've got a certain brand and hey, I really want a hand. You're giving us clues when we're talking to you, and we're trying to fill it in and recommend the best optic to you. So I don't want you to own one of these others, maybe that we recommended, or maybe you call us tomorrow and you're like, well, you didn't recommend that. Well, why is that? It's because it's a puzzle. We're putting the pieces together, and we believe every situation is unique. And just because we like one of these doesn't mean that it's the right optic for you. And it also doesn't mean that we don't like these other optics. I'm sitting here looking at this list, and I have multiples off of this list that are still sitting at my house right now that I still use. So
yeah.
this next optic that we're going to choose, and I'm going to tee it up, I'm going to let Hans name it. I'm going to say this is an optic that I don't think is going to surprise some people if you know us very well, because it is the latest of the evolution from this brand in thermal handhelds, and they're one of the old guards, and they have always offered some of the best handhelds out there. And this particular model, Hans, myself, Garrett, we have all used and kept around extensively because I just think there's so much image quality and value packed in. So Hans,
Yeah.
I've teed it up.
You did.
What is it?
You did. I appreciate that. The Pulsar Telos XP50, which is a 2.5 power, price on it's $34.99. This is a 640 resolution, starts at 2.5 power, and has digital magnification, but it's got a unique feature on that magnification. It's not like the older previous Helion. Whenever you would magnify the image, you would just push a button. This is actually a turn. You kind of just turn this dial on the front of it, and it raises up the magnification. Yes, the Telos, I think we probably chose this last year too. It was on our list. The difference now, It has come down in price a little bit, right? Jason, is $34.99. The original price of it, wasn't it closer to 4,000
I
for the
can't
original?
remember. There's been all kinds of with the tariffs and prices
Yeah,
changing. And I'll be honest, guys, not just with Pulsar. I just can't keep up with what
I know
things
it's
were
tough.
because it's been up and down.
This is
But
yeah.
I do think when it came out, it was more than that. So the I'm going to make a quick comment here, and this is not to take away from the XP50, but there's going to be some people say, why didn't you choose the XL50? And I'll be honest, I have an XL50 as well, and I really like it. I think that the XL50 offers, because it's a 1024 resolution versus a 640. I think the XL50 offers a lot for a guy who's doing a lot of zooming up. So maybe you're on those bigger fields and you're wanting to zoom in and see what's out there. I think that's where the 1024 resolution really benefits you. I don't think on this unit you will see as much of that image quality difference just putting them, a 640 on one eye and a 1024 on the other, maybe a little bit. So I think the real value to that 1024 is if you do want to zoom, because man, when you use the digital zoom, the image just holds up so much better. So I'm saying that because I know there's guys like, well, why didn't you choose the XL? Why didn't you choose the 1024? And I kind of think it goes back to value for the dollar and what works really good for us. Neither one of us are doing a lot of zooming. We generally keep our handhelds, like I said, at the base mag. So I think the XP just makes a lot of sense. Again, I've got an XL50 as well, but the XP does for me pretty much what the XL does. And so really like it. And if you remember going way back, if you've been around the thermal industry a while, the Pulsar Helion was just absolutely owned the thermal handheld market. If you wanted a good, top quality monocular, the Pulsar Helion did it forever. And then Pulsar just morphed that into the Telos, a little different body style, about the same size, a new name. And I think it's still to this day, people know if you want about the best quality, image, design, everything on a handheld, and you don't really necessarily, you're not looking for the smallest, you don't care about that. You just want a fantastic optic. I think the Telos is still known as kind of that opticons.
Yeah, it is. And who knows, we may be talking about the same one next year, 12 months from now, as being one of the best. But, you're right in talking about our feelings about these optics and, the fact that we chose one of the least expensive on this list as our favorite. And we didn't choose the most expensive or the highest resolution. So, and we're gearing this towards what our favorites are, y'all. Again, there are some really good, you got the Pulsar Oryx, which is a great priced monocular with a built-in laser rangefinders. The Vista on there got a lot of people.
Vistas are popular.
Very popular. A lot of people love them. They're a little bit higher base magnification, so great for somebody that's scanning in wide open fields. But we're really going to find out from you what you're trying to do with it, and we're going to recommend what's best. So if you have seen all 10 of
Hey,
these.
I'm gonna interrupt you,
Okay.
Hans. I know you are flowing good. I just want to say two quick things. One, episode 289 of the Late Night Vision Show right here, this podcast. If you want to see the XP50, the Telos XP50 review, search for episode 289. One more thing somebody's going to ask, I know, because you're talking about Vistas, and I meant to mention this before, the Vista H50R is not listed on here. Yeah. That unit has been discontinued out of production. It was a 4-power base mag, kind of like its little brother, the Knockpix Lumi L35 that was a 384 4-power. The 4-powers just don't make it. Yeah. I know there's somebody out there go, man, I love those. And it is right for some people, but there's just not enough people who want those 4-powers. So anyway, I know somebody's going to say, what about the Vista? But the H50 is gone because really of the 4-power. So anyway, I'm sorry. I will sit over here quietly and let you.
No, you're good. Up. No, that's important. It's funny you say that. We reviewed the Telos on episode 289 or 298, I think you said.
289?
We're on episode 397. So it tells you how long the Telos has been around, 2 years. Anyway, so
And
yeah,
still
there's
winning awards.
it's still winning awards. Kudos. Yeah. So there's a list of 12 optics right there. There's a lot. I mean, and we're sitting here telling you every single one of them are worth a recommendation. So you're kind of like, well, what do I do? I mean, you pick two, but there's 12. Which one's right for me? This is just the beginning of the search, y'all. Just kind of narrowing the field for you. Really, this video is based on price. If 2000 and over is not in your budget, that's completely okay. It's a lot of money. We have a video for monoculars 2000 and under, but that's where the start, like, okay, I know what I want to spend. This is the video I'm going to watch. So how do you narrow it down to, instead of a list of 12, to 2 or 3 really good options? Well, that really comes with a consultation, giving us a call. If you are looking to purchase a brand new monocular or thermal or night vision, and you want to purchase from Outdoor Legacy, we would love to earn your business. We'd love to take the time to talk about these. It doesn't take long. We're not talking about having to take an hour-long call. Most of our calls, Jason, I think, are typically around 10 to 15 minutes. If it goes on any longer than that, it's only because you probably have more questions. But we can do this in a very short amount of time, and we can have a short consultation, figure out which one of these is going to be right for you and meet your budget and meet your demands and all the features that you want, and do so in a way that you're going to feel confident that when you buy an optic and you get it, that you're going to be overwhelmingly surprised and happy about how good it is, instead of being felt like that you've been oversold an optic and it underperforms. So that's the main thing. And that's the reason why we're a little bit more conservative when we talk about some specs and different things. But anyway, outdoorlegacy.com, 877-350-1818. You can call, you can contact us. And like I said, we can walk you through this and make this really, really easy at the end of the day. If you want to find out more about the Late Night Vision Show, we do have a website, thelatenightVisionShow.com. We are on Facebook and on Instagram. Jason is on Facebook and Instagram, Outdoor Legacy, also on YouTube. And I am on all 3 of them as well. YouTube at Hans ETX, Facebook and Instagram, Hans ETX, where you can find all of the content we put. I put a lot of my hunts on Instagram, on Facebook, and we do a lot of, just more of like the informational stuff on Outdoor Legacy, because let's face it, Facebook and Instagram does not like hunting videos. So the Hans channel is like dangling by a thread every given week. So some weeks they act like they like me and they spread my content out there, and then the next week, Jason, they're threatening to ban me completely. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
All right, guys. So again, this is the best of 2025. We've got maybe one or two more shows. We've done all of the thermal rifle scopes from under 2000 all the way up to the high end. We've now done the under 2000 handheld monoculars. We've done the over 2000. We've got a couple more shows we're toying with doing on a couple other topics here in the best of or categories. We're talking about that internally. But we've got, and I'm going to tell you this, guys, we're getting asked this every day. And it's, have y'all done a review of the XYZ? Did I miss it? It's something that just came out in the last, 6 weeks or 2 months, or what's going on? Well, we've spent weeks and weeks doing these best of, and they're very popular. We enjoy doing them. They're fun. Y'all like them. So we've definitely had to put some reviews on hold. And we've got a lot of optics that we're still out there collecting footage with. We're trying to get enough footage to do the reviews. Some of them we've got more than enough footage. We just haven't had the time to do it. So I'm going to say 2 things to that. Number 1, do not wait on a review of an optic. If you're interested in purchasing that from us, call us. As soon as an optic comes out, often before it comes out, okay, we have them. We've been hunting with them. We've been using them, all 3, Garrett, Hans, myself. We can answer your questions and we can give you that one-on-one review. You don't have to sit here for 45 minutes and watch Hans and I babble around. We can tell you everything you want to know and more, because you get to ask the questions. So if you're interested in purchasing something and you want to know, is this new optic right for me? We may talk to you in 5 minutes and go, oh, no, this is not even what you need. Don't consider that, or what have you. So call us. Second, I'm going to give you a fair warning and some bad news. And that is, we are sliding into the end of the year and we're approaching SHOT Show. So we have some things we have to cram in here, but SHOT Show is going to start taking, precedence on this channel in about a month. So when we leave SHOT Show, there's going to be a lot of other new optics, I'm sure, that have been announced and reviews we'll be doing. And so I'm just warning you, it may be a while on some of the reviews simply because there's just not enough weeks in the months and time during the day to get those done. But again, it's okay. You call us, we'll give you that one-on-one review. You don't have to wait for us to do that. So hopefully that helps. Guys, we hope to see you back here again next Thursday, every Thursday, long as the good Lord's willing. So between now and then, y'all stay safe.